So today we're going to move a little bit more. There might be a few postures for those of you that are beginners to yoga that you might be like, oh, no idea what's going on. But just move in a way that feels okay. Doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as you feel that the movement is accommodated by your body and not the other way around, that you think, I have to be able to do that. Figure out how to be in whatever shape we're making that feels movable for your own body. So if you do have a yoga block, it's just for right at the end, we're going to do an inversion. Grab one. Otherwise, you can use a book. Books work really well. And you're going to just make your way into a seated position. However feels comfortable for you. You can close your eyes and then rest your hands on your knees. And take a moment to settle here. Shift around. Sometimes it feels like you need to swap the legs around the other way. Do it. Feel the sit bones connecting down through the earth. Feel your body sitting upright in a way that is not causing any strain. When you're ready, you take an easy inhale through your nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. 2 more, easy inhale. Sigh it out. 1 more deep inhale. Sigh it out. And for a few moments we sit, simply connecting with the way our breath feels in our body this morning. Maybe even slowing that breath down. Or simply using your awareness of the breath to move your attention away from all the stuff out there, which we give all our energy to, and to bring your awareness a little bit more to your physical body and your own well-being, and give that a bit more attention and awareness and support. When you're ready, easy inhale through your nose. Sigh it out. And you're gently going to make your way onto your hands and your knees. And we always start with a little bit of freestyling. So moving it out. Today, I'm going to reverse back into a child's pose. And really just yawn my body out, stretch it out, shift it out, and then curl up. Opening the feet nice and wide, the hips, the chest, rolling onto my right side to look left, left side to look right. So if there's anything else that you would like to do, go for it. Otherwise you can move with me, reversing back, child's pose. We curl up onto the hands and the knees and step the feet wide, rolling the front body open. Maybe this time look up a little bit. And then step the feet together and we're rolling through the back body, child's pose. Shift your weight a little bit. That's a nice way to get into your armpits, and we curl up, rolling forward. Last one. Opening up into the front body, and we just spend a little bit of time there rolling around in our hips. Oh, feels good. And then pressing back into a downward facing dog. And it's nice to step the feet a little bit wider and shift your weight around from side to side. Maybe hovering a foot or a finger or a hand or both. And I just have to take off some layers again. Finding where your whole body is in space, in connection with every other little bit. And here we go, inhale, right leg's gonna lift high, and you're gonna really open up into that hip. And you keep opening up into that hip, and you keep opening up into the hip. And stepping right foot to the outside of the right hand. Soften your left knee down and just Sway into those hips a little bit. Untuck the back toe. And then reaching right arm up and over, opening into the chest. And we release, lifting the hips to step that right leg all the way back and up. Again, you're going to open up into the hip and place the right foot down. Inhale, left leg lift high, opening up into the hip, and you're just rolling that left hip open as much as feels nice. Stepping left foot to the outside of the left hand and soften your right knee down. Sway it out. So come up into the fingertips if that feels good. You can untuck the back toe if that feels nice. And reaching left arm up as you open into it. And we release left hand, lifting the hips high, stepping that left leg back as you open into the hip and release it all the way down. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. You can walk your hands out a little bit as well. Take an inhale to extend through the spine, soften the knees, exhale, fold. Curl yourself all the way up into standing. Inhale, circle arms round and up. Maybe even look up and exhale, dive it all the way down. And slowly you're going to walk yourself back into your downward facing dog again. So we're going to play a little bit with Wild Thing. We're going to move quite a lot. Left side, right side. Inhale. Right leg lifts high. Open that hip. And you're going to drop this right foot back behind you, which means your right hand comes off the mat. And you can sit yourself all the way down. That's one variation. And then you want to make your way all the way back again. So again, you press through your feet. You lift your butt away. You put your right hand down. And your right leg goes all the way up into the sky. And then we're going to shift the other side. So right knee into your chest. And you thread your right leg under your left armpit. And you roll your chest open. A little bit of a kind of like tabletop-y thing where you can slide the right leg straight. And then release. Left hand down. Hug right knee. Send it all the way back and up. And then step your right foot forward towards your right hand. Soften the left knee down. Inhale to reach the arms high. Soften here. And just hang for a little while, rolling around, moving a bit with the arms if that feels good for you. Leaning, again, a bit of freestyling, just figure out how to be there. And we release. Right leg goes all the way back and up. Releasing down dog. Same funky stuff on the other side. Inhale. Left leg lifts high. You're going to open into that left hip and left hand pops away from the mat. Drop the foot back behind you. Sit your ass down. Press through your feet. You can bend your knees if you want to. Lift your hips. Reach your left hand to the mat and then hug the left knee into the chest. So it's like you're in a downward facing dog and you're hugging. Then this left leg threads underneath your right armpit. Right arm goes up and you can be here with the knees bent like that. Or you can straighten that left leg out a little bit, like that. Another wild shape form. And we release. So you hug the heel and the leg into the body. Right hand releases. Left leg goes high. And we step left foot forward to the left hand. Soften the right knee down. Curl the torso up. Maybe float the arms up. And you have the same kind of time here to just ease into the shape. See what feels good. Explore a little bit. It's like you're going on a hike every time you do your practice. And maybe every day you're walking in a different direction and then you're like, oh, there's a flower that I haven't seen, and you're kind of like reaching in that direction. Or you're like, oh, wow, look, those leaves are coming out. That's what you're trying to experiment with in your practice. Releasing, and left leg goes all the way back and up. Down dog. Nice. We're going to do one more like that. Exactly the same. Inhale, right leg high. Open up into the hip as you drop the foot back behind you. coming into wild thing. However it's going to look for you, doesn't matter, as long as you can feel the strength and the softness in your body. We release. Right hand down, hug right knee, thread that right knee underneath your left armpit, step the foot wide, left arm goes up, or you here, wherever. We release, using your middle to pull that right leg in, left hand down, right leg steps high, and right foot, right hand, soften left knee. This time around we inhale to just reach up, and exhale, stepping right leg all the way back and up, releasing down dog. Inhale, left leg high, open into that left hip, wild thing. So step left foot back behind you, left arm reaches up, maybe straighten, maybe both knees bend, whatever. Releasing out, left hand down, hug left knee into the chest, roll it under your right armpit, put the foot down, maybe bend both knees, lift, or there, whatever. Release by hugging the leg, hand to the floor, and left leg goes high, left foot, left hand, right knee softens down, slowly curling up. Inhale, arms float high, maybe even look up, and exhale, releasing, left leg goes all the way back and up, downward facing dog. And you're going to walk yourself halfway up your mat. You're going to bend your knees, come into a tippy toe squat. So fingers on the floor, knees nice and wide, and you just roll it out for a little bit. And we sit ourselves down. So whenever we start to move a little bit more, or it feels to you like, geez, all of a sudden we're going so fast, it's a very good indication for you that you still need to learn how to move with your inhales and your exhales, remembering to inhale and to exhale. And if you just keep practicing, if you just keep showing up every single day, even if it's with the exact same movements, I can guarantee you that the movement and the breathing is going to become a thing of great beauty and of great ease. But you got to show up for the practice. So inversion today that we're going to do is you're going to roll yourself onto your back. Make sure you have your books or your blocks close by. I'm going to show you two variations. It's nice to have a block that's quite sturdy and wide. You're going to use the wide side, the biggest surface of that block, or you can use the long side, not this little short little edge. And what you're going to do is you're going to lift your hips high, and you're going to place the block underneath your sacrum, so that little bony bit at the bottom of the spine, and you're going to rest that bony bit down, maybe a little bit higher. And from there, you're going to float your legs up into the sky. So that's why I'm saying find a block that's really sturdy, or stack books on top of one another, put a blanket over them. It's really a nice way of doing it with a blanket. And you can just hang out here, and you're going to be like, oh, this feels amazing for my legs and my feet, because they're just floating. They don't have to hold you. They don't have to carry your weight. And you can just relax your arms. And you can happily hang out there for however long feels nice for you. Otherwise, those of you that can go into full shoulder stand, you are going to move the block out of the way, and you're going to roll yourself back like a backward roll, and then support your lower back. You might have to walk your elbows and your shoulder blades in a little bit. Please be mindful of your neck. Support your lower back, and then maybe straighten the legs out. And you can see the shape that you're making with your body does not have to be a straight line. You can be right here, as long as you don't feel that it compromises your neck. Otherwise, you can also be here with the knees bent. You can also be there, resting a little bit more into the pelvis. So one of those variations are going to feel really amazing for you today. Do that one. And You've been here for a while now because I've gone through all the variations. If you can stay a little bit longer, stay a little bit longer, maybe 5 breaths. And even if you are in the full pose where you're supporting the lower back with your hands, find a way to breathe easier. Relax your face. One more breath. So this variation that I'm doing right here is also a very supportive variation, which is a yin pose. So you can actually stay in this pose for 5 minutes if you choose to do so. I almost feel inclined to do so, but we only have just over 15 minutes, which we're already getting to, and we just release all the way down, lift the hips high, move the block out of the way, curl yourself down, and hug the knees into the chest. Give your body a nice squeeze here. You can even rock a little bit from side to side, or you can go into a happy baby and kind of like just roll it out. It's just easing out the shoulders and the lower back. Any kind of movement you feel you might want to do right now. And then from there, you roll yourself all the way up. And you're going to sit, resting your hands on your knees, closing your eyes. Take an easy inhale through your nose. Sigh a breath out. Bringing your palms to touch, resting your thumbs against that beating heart of yours. Giving thanks and love to this amazing body that you walk around in, and for showing up for these 15-minute practices every morning with me. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. So people, if you enjoyed the movement practice that you've just done with me, please leave me a comment down below so that I have a better idea of what it is that you guys might be looking for when it comes to movement practices. Maybe give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either way, or even better, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, if you look in the more info down below, there's a link to my actual website where you can become a patron to my Wolf Heart and support this work that I do in the hope to give you tools so that you can move better. Thank you.